Hey guys, it's Matt. Am I on? Hey guys, it's Matt with Guardian Watchman. Thank you for tuning in. I got a little bit of news. Judge rules Planned Parenthood clinic in Missouri cannot resume abortions. And it says here, Planned Parenthood cannot resume abortions at a clinic in central Missouri after a federal judge ruled the state were not undue burdens on women seeking abortions. Current Missouri law requires clinics that provide abortions to have physicians with so-called admitting privileges at a nearby hospital. The Columbia Clinic has been unable to secure a physician with those privileges after a panel of medical staff at a University of Missouri Healthcare decided to stop offering the privileges in 2015 during a Republican-led legislative investigation on abortion in the state. The clinic filed a motion in December asking for an exemption from that requirement so that the abortions in the state. That's a big shock. I say sarcastically, seeing how St. Louis is predominantly African American. There's a lot of African Americans in St. Louis. Oh boy, that's a shock, isn't it? That's a shock that this abortion clinic in St. Louis is the only one that can perform abortions. I wonder why that is. Maybe it's because they put Planned Parenthood in all of those areas where ethnic groups thrive. Okay, maybe it's because Planned Parenthood was designed to murder African Americans and other ethnic and minority groups. Maybe it's because Planned Parenthood is a white supremacy organization. Yeah, do they kill white babies? Of course they do. Of course they do. They have to hide, you know. So, but when Margaret Sanger wanted this, racist. And it's because Planned Parenthood is a racist organization. They've admitted that several times on the phone. All you have to do is type in racist Planned Parenthood. Okay, don't take my word for it. Look it up. Planned Parenthood is a racist organization. And that's why the only one that's thriving in Missouri is in St. Louis. St. Louis. Okay, well, don't take my word for it. Look it up. So anyway, Brian Wimes ruled last Friday that the admitting privileges did not affect enough women to constitute an undue burden, the Columbian, Missouri reported. Wimes also wrote that requiring women to drive farther to obtain an abortion was not enough of a burden to rule in Planned Parenthood's favor. The judge said the organization didn't provide evidence of trying to find doctors with the necessary hospital privileges in Columbia, or evidence of fewer doctors, longer wait times, and increased crowding at the St. Louis clinic. The number of women who will forego or postpone surgical abortion incidental to the inoperability of the Columbia facility. Brandon Hill, CEO and president of Planned Parenthood Great Plains, said in a statement on Monday that the state requirement for a physician with admitting privilege is virtually identical to a law struck down by the Supreme Court in 2016. He said the Columbia Clinic hadn't found a cry me a river. Cry me a freaking river, okay? Political pressure. Come on. Let's call this what it is. Politicians ignoring medical evidence to push sexual and reproductive health care out of reach for people across Missouri. Sexual and reproductive health care. Okay, killing an unborn child is sexual and reproductive health care. Sexual and reproductive health care. Whose health? Whose health is it? Is it for the child? Because it sure in the heck ain't for the child. Not after the mother has to undergo all this mental stress after she has allowed some murderous doctor to murder her child, and then she has to seek psychiatric help as it slowly chips away at her brain. Okay? Whose health? Whose health? Abortion is incredibly safe. Really? For who? For who? It's incredibly safe, yet it murders a baby. Yet politicians continue to deserve better. You're right. Missourians, me being included, and my wife being included, who was told that she should abort our son because he supposedly had Down syndrome. Yeah, that's what the nurses and the doctors told us, that we should abort our son Jacob because he was going to have Down syndrome. And we told them, you know where to stick it. Because we refuse, no matter what happens, we are not going to abort our child. We're not going to murder our child. Down syndrome, but even if he had been born with Down syndrome, we would love him just as much as we do as he is now. I thank God that we were people and are people who don't believe in murder. This is sick. This is sick. Okay? Missourians deserve better. Yes, we do. We deserve Planned Parenthood to go and just go away, blow like the wind. Go away, like a one of those little dams. Pick up and go. We deserve Planned Parenthood to do that. Just blow away. Okay, that's what Missourians deserve. That's what we deserve, for Planned Parenthood to go away. Why? Because we love our children. We love our kids. We love children here in Missouri. Okay? We love the babies. We cherish our babies. We're glad when our babies are born. We don't murder people here in Missouri. Okay? So the Columbia Clinic was damaged by an arson fire earlier this year. The FBI is investigating the fire as a possible hate crime. The clinic reopened to provide other ALJ, the American Center for Law and Justice. Go look it up. The American Center for Law and Justice put out an article recently about the supposed reproductive, the other health services that Planned Parenthood supposedly provides. The other services. Planned Parenthood doesn't provide any of these services. They only provide murder. Planned Parenthood is a murder clinic. It's a murder clinic. Okay? Planned Parenthood, stop murdering Americans. This is exactly what they want us to do. They want us to kill each other. They want us to kill our citizens. And coming from a spiritual perspective, as a pastor, the devil wants us to murder. He wants us to destroy our children. He would love to eat them himself. Sometimes he does, through others. Some of these Satanists out there, they love to dine on our children. And I ain't kidding. I ain't kidding when I say they love to dine on our children. I came from the world of Satanism. I know exactly what they do. I didn't get that far into it, but I've seen it. I've seen pictures. I've seen videos that were taken and shown to us. Okay? I know what these sickos do. And I know that we don't fight against flesh and blood, but we fight against the powers of darkness and rulers in high places, and that's the devil. But he possesses people, and then they murder, and they do these things. So from a spiritual perspective, this is designed to murder not only white babies, but mostly ethnics, okay? Minorities. And who was Planned Parenthood designed by? A Democrat. So all of my African American brothers and sisters and friends out there, you are on the wrong side. You are on the wrong party. Democrats, they don't love you. They want your vote, of course. Look in history. Look at your history. Democrats hate black people. They hate ethnic groups. They are white supremacists through and through. Go look at your history books. You won't find it in your history books because that's where you might find a little truth. But you ain't going to find that. You have to look deeper. Go to your libraries. Go to your libraries. I'm not saying go look on Google. You might find a few things there. Most of it's covered up. But go to your library. I'm telling you, they're not for you. They're against you. But they say they love you. They say they love you. You ever heard the old parable? In order to destroy your enemy, you must embrace him. That's an old Chinese parable. In order to destroy your enemy, you must embrace him, to drive the knife further. Because if you think about it, the old parable, you grab your enemy, you hug him, and then you can drive the knife further further. That's what they want to do to you if you're an ethnic. They want to drive that knife further. Okay? So anyway, that's the news, if that's what you want to call it. It's good news for us here in Missouri that Planned Parenthood isn't going to get away with this. But, yeah. So, thanks for tuning in. Hey, if you like what we do, if you like what we're doing, hit that subscribe button. That way you can get all my videos that come through. And, of course, hit that little notification bell that, every time I do a video, you can know about it. Okay? But you can go to Patreon, The Guardian Watchman, and go ahead and donate if you want to donate. $1, $100 million, I don't care. Whatever you feel like you want to donate. We could also use your prayers here at the Guardian Watchman and at the Unified Church of Christ. So, yeah, we appreciate your prayers, and we appreciate your love and support. And until next time, y'all be safe, okay? You be safe out there. It is a dangerous world, okay? Love you guys.